Hey, Happy Dog Farm new product review. I have a very cool little receiver that I got for the shop. It's a Lepai model LP-A68. I give it a B. And let's go walk through it. First of all, it looks fully manual. You got a manual volume control, bass, and treble. These are core sets. You can adjust those controls. You're setting the maximum here, and then the remote lets you go up and down. So I've set the maximum volume, kind of a little bit over midway, but I can raise and lower the volume still with the remote. That's kind of nice. So I just leave it, click, there you go. It'll take a secure digital media or multimedia card or a USB card. So I've got a little 32 gigabyte card in there with my tunes. You switch between modes. The modes are the radio receiver, the auxiliary input, or the chips. Take your pick. The front panel controls are there if you want to use them. Play, scan, jump between channels and the like. But really the heart and soul of this little receiver is all about the remote. So it's kind of necessary to talk about the remote. It does have a little external whip antenna that I've stuck up there. It runs on a wall wart power supply. I believe it uses nominally a 12 volts, which is really nice for you folks who might be solar, have a remote cabin, and want to just run it off of a battery, clean power. It's very nice. I've got it paired with two Boston Acoustics indoor-outdoor speakers. I'm very pleased with the sound. I'm not going to turn it on because anybody knows a receiver really only sounds as good as its speakers. And with what I got with this little handset, let's give it up. It's not going to work. So I'm going to climb down the ladder. We're going to run over the remote. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, it comes with a manual. The manual is in Chinese, mainland Chinese. So it's really not going to do you a lot of good. So I'll walk you through it. Upper left-hand corner is the power button. Mode switches between the radio, the chip, and the auxiliary input. Mute. They just have a little speaker with a line through it. That's kind of nice. These two here are particularly useful. One is your pause play button, but also says channel plus, CH plus. This says CH minus an equalizer. Now you have bass and treble where you can ballpark it, but the equalizer gives you 4 modes. I believe it's like pop, classical. I don't recall, but they're very distinct, and that's kind of nice. I believe I have mine in the classical mode. I kind of like to hear the high ends. So it's and flat. There's a flat mode and off. Like I said, volume up, volume down. This lets you skip. Fast forward, fast back. That's letting you skip songs. It doesn't let you skip albums. I haven't figured that out yet. The scan button is for the radio. When you're in the radio mode and you got a channel, pushing these buttons changes you one space. You're just going to hear static. But if you press and hold the scan button, the power light starts flashing and it will scan through the entire spectrum like a spectrum analyzer, and it will store strong stations. Then all you have to do is hit channel plus, channel minus to jump between the actual stations themselves. Nice feature. I'm fortunate the 2 stations I can get around here are right next to each other, so I just hop back and forth between them. I asked about how do you skip folders for music. I really didn't get a good answer, but they do respond promptly. And I asked what the number pad was for, and they said that's so you can directly access your songs. But since there's no digital display on the unit, it doesn't work so good. But so I give it a B. It sounds good. It plays well. The secret is you do want to scan to store your radio stations. Channel up, channel down. The USB music sounds really nice. It's kind of nice for that commercial-free touch. The equalizer function's very nice to at least match it to your speakers. On the whole, I give it a B. It's a nice little product, roughly about $40. It's worth it. So, there you go. That's it. Bye-bye.